Hi, and welcome to the Law Simplified. I'm Shaveen Bandaranaike. A common trait I see among many students, from those who have reached out to me through this very YouTube channel, to others who are enrolled in my fast track, ad hoc, as well as masterclass programs, is their affinity towards gambling. Now, by gambling, I don't mean it in the traditional sense of perhaps going to a casino, hedging their bets on the lottery, or even horse racing. What I mean by gambling in the academic context is in terms of a number of things, including selecting and preparing for a limited number of topics as opposed to the entire subject at large. Now, this video is not intended to focus on that aspect of it. I've said on a number of occasions on this very channel how what you study in your law degree is what you will take with you in terms of your profession as well. So it's very difficult for anyone, including myself, to recommend focusing on specific areas of a subject as opposed to the whole thing, since when you go into your professional career, you're going to need everything that you've learned here and then some. So rather than just picking out or cherry picking, so to speak, a few topics here and there, it pays dividend to actually go through the entirety of the syllabus and understand A to Z of it. This video is intended for a different kind of gambling that I've often noticed, not when it comes to the aspect of the actual study, but rather putting pen to paper. One thing that as a student you must never gamble on is timing. There are many horror stories that I can relate to you where students who are often well prepared, who have great techniques of articulation and understanding the law at that, have gone on to an examination situation and come out of it having not completed their entire examination, their entire paper. This is primarily due to the fact that them having run out of time as opposed to a lack of knowledge. Now, essentially, the primary reason why this happens is because this student, albeit being quite knowledgeable in the law as well as capable of articulating and presenting a solid argument, having not gone through enough preparation in terms of responses prior to the examination. No matter how good a student that we might think we are and that we are in reality, when it comes to timing and preparation, it is an absolute must to have at least a considerable back catalogue of responses that you've attempted to have trained for the actual examination. When you fail to complete the entire paper, it might be a requisite of 4 questions out of 8, 3 out of 6, or 2 out of 4, depending on the syllabus or the university that you're following your qualification at. This indicates a number of things to your examiner. One is that he is now no longer examining you or scoring you on the complete mark. You're essentially starting the process of marking with one hand tied behind your back, so to speak. But you're also showing your examiner that you lack discipline in terms of how you have progressed with your examination, in terms of the timing provided to you. Discipline in your examination is as important as showing to your examiner that you understand the subject matter, that you have a very interesting perspective of the law as well as the facts and scenario presented to you. If you have spent double the time that you should in relation to the first question, lacking the relevant time necessary for the remainder, you have essentially shot yourself in the foot. Now, notably, one way to overcome this, as I have mentioned ad nauseum on a number of different occasions on this very channel, some of which you can check out through the pop-out banner that will appear on top, is by virtue of practice, practice, and practice. It's all about preparation. This is no dissimilar to preparing for a sport or training for a marathon at that. Right. So this video was just to outline a very simple thing that tends to be overlooked by many students, and it is a process of gambling at that. Students tend to begin an examination thinking that they have all the time in the world, but once they look at the first question, start attempting it and becoming or feeling confident at that, they tend to forget of the time frame altogether, and they leave timing as the last priority even during their preparation for the examination. So make sure that no matter what you gamble with, it might be the subject matter, it might be the actual knowledge that you're willing to take with you for the examination, it might even be the preparation that you've put in terms of the subjects themselves overall. Do not by any means gamble with time. Having said that, make sure you check out some of my fast track and masterclass programs available on the brand new platform, which you can access through the link that will appear on the description as well as on screen right now. But until the next time that we meet, have fun, stay safe, and as always, obey the law.